let's get into today's session, shall we? I'm a little sick.
I'm gonna put airborne on my head.
Hell yeah.
Take airborne.
Let's.
It looks like we're not starting the session yet, Kyle. Sorry.
Anyway.
Do not drop that. Wait, liquid? What?
It was on. Yes, the candle was on. Anyway, picking up where we last left off. Arriving in Keimhurst, the party was subjected to a quick customs inspection, where the party was asked a few questions about themselves. At the end, their new companion, Nolson, was taken aside for further questioning. The Freewaters, Nolson's family, are known traitors to the crown and pledge their allegiance to the Holy Empire. Before he can be questioned by the detective, however, he is approached by Ericus, a shifty figure who proposes a mutually beneficial relationship. He says he has a specific issue with Nolson's father, Lord of Laleshai. He is the head of a network of spies, assassins, and ne'er-do-wells, and would very much enjoy the influence operating out of the seat of the East for its benefit. Something that Nolson's father had been preventing Ericus. Additionally, Nolson is a very dangerous figure politically. There are plenty of independent folk around who would kidnap Nolson to ransom him back to his parents. So he promises to keep all of that from happening, to watch Nolson's back. Considering the man's options, Nolson agrees to it. Gladdened by his promise, Ericus promises no harm will come to him while in the city and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. After agreeing to the detective's demands, Nolson was freed. While in the city, some of the party makes it straight to the king's palace, with Aktha and Tomotoru staying behind to visit the market together. While there, the two purchased out a stock of produce from a local farmer and met with an eccentric old witch named Miss Pepperbottom, who sold them heaves of wolfsbane and some elixirs aside. After some persuading her, she agreed to occasionally drop by their airship to peddle her wares as she departs in her walking cauldron. Meeting up with the rest of the party back at the palace, the party was met with the king and the procession that had gathered to deal with the war with the Empire. First and foremost priority was to neutralize the Lord Commander of the Order Agma and use the confusion of such to act to retake land that was taken in the initial hours of the war. A plan to do so, however, has not been landed on. The party offered an accord, a mix of all three plans that had been made thus far. They would sneak into Bleakspire, the Order's base of operations, as prisoners given forth by Nolson Freewater and his bodyguard, Utgard. They would place brands of a delayed explosion, neutralize the Lord Commander, escape, and blow up the island. Meanwhile, Bodvar and his lot would be waiting in the gloom in case things went sideways so backup was needed. Agreeing on the plan, the party adjourned the meeting. They spent some time catching up with Lord Neris Lokori, explaining some of the things that had happened after their last seeing. With some time ahead of them to rest and prepare for the mission, the party, save for Nolson, take their leave back to the airship.
Oh.
This episode's brought to you by Airborne.
Woo!
Legally, we cannot say that. Legally, that was a joke.
But if they want to.
If they want to. We're open. I feel that.
I started dying partway through because of what I saw Lex do. I saw that she had 2 cards on her head, and then I saw her take a 3rd one and full on like.
Yeah.
Looking up to your face. So I started laughing, and the boxes started shaking, and then I made eye contact with Spencer.
Anyway.
I want you to know.
Let's get into it.
I was stuck to my lip. I wouldn't actually have it in my hand, in my mouth.
Let's get into it, shall we? So, Octha, Sweet Daisy, Cass, Tomotaru, and Utgard. The five of you make your way back through the city of Keimhurst, back to where the airship port is. You reunite back onto the ship. It is about midday, maybe later afternoon, so 2, 3 o'clock, 4 at the latest, when you guys return to the ship. The rest of the day is ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Are we going shopping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so also I was looking at my character sheet and I realized that I already have a belt, so I can't wear the belt of giant strength as well. So I'm gonna hand it over to Octha.
Wait, wasn't it Nolson?
Well,
We've come
They
to a
said
different
to-
decision that
Oh, I see.
we've came to an agreement. That'll be very silly. It's a very silly agreement. We trade seats.
They have shared custody.
Shared custody. Nice.
Yeah, you guys see just so, like, there's an absurd amount of produce. Mostly vegetables.
The lot of you step downstairs into that main kind of like lower deck where the common area is, and the three of you see all the decorations that Octha and Tomotaru had set aside, and made the ship looking very festive for this
We have-
mid to late autumn.
We literally have a party boat.
Agtha, this looks amazing. Did you manage to do all this in an hour? This looks fantastic. I mean, yeah, Bridget's coming. I hope that's okay. I invited her originally for dinner. I didn't know this was supposed to be, like, special tonight. Alright. Well, do we wanna carve pumpkins? Do we wanna start making food? What did you have planned? What's the itinerary? Okay. Okay. Sounds lovely. Is everyone else up for that?
That sounds like very much fun. You did a good job, Octha. This looks very nice.
And oh
no.
again, I double checked it. I will go and let Declan and Hadalin know.
He needs to socialize.
Should we invite the king?
I mean, oh, come cut pumpkins with us.
He's not that old, you guys.
Okay.
Maybe
He's kind of youngish.
I do not think that we should invite the king. The king is the king.
Wait, I'm sorry, guys. I need to pull back. I'm very confused. I thought me, Tomo, and Utgard went shopping while the rest of you went back to the ship.
Are we? I thought
That's what we
were.
said at the end of last session, but then both Utgard and Tomo started.
We
I
were-
was like,
So
We
consider
can do the effects of the shopping out of game.
we escorted
we
them
don't-
back and then we go shopping.
We don't necessarily have to. Yeah, we don't necessarily have to role play shopping this
Should
session.
find myself some
Especially
master
'cause I'm-
arrows.
Especially because I'm fucking sick as hell.
You're always sick, bruh.
Oh, you're so sick, man.
Fucking radical.
So everybody except for Nelson is at the airship right now.
You're just like, I'm drowning in your dragons.
And then just message me on the side. Just message me on the side what you wanted to do with the shopping, and then that'll
Yeah.
happen. But everybody is at the airship
all right.
now.
Then the only question
All
I
right.
have is, how many potions of Shield Faith were we getting? They're 50 gold a pop.
What do they do again?
+2.
Plus 2 AC.
Plus another
AC.
1 because of your level. I think so. It's a +3 to your AC. I don't. I think Shield was more expensive.
Shield is worse. At least if I know
Yeah.
making it is more expensive.
1 sec.
I personally can't,
Artificer.
but Whisper did. Yeah, she made those.
Do I have a feat for that?
Then I don't really. Uka doesn't really need anything. Maybe like some more health potions, but he can.
It
he can
depends.
equip you
I mean,
with
the-
Brew
gold.
potions.
What?
I completely forgot.
Wait, did you take the brew potion feat?
Brew potions. I can make potions.
It's cutting you off.
Your mic isn't able to pick you up there.
You peaked.
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's on me. I can brew potions.
This is what you're doing. You're having your witch moment tonight. You're wearing a pumpkin. You're.
Sweet Daisy's gonna get a little cauldron, and like it's gonna be great.
It's the
guys.
same one from Hot Ass.
It's the same. Oh, it's Redwood's cauldron. It's Redwood's cauldron.
Well, it was your cauldron.
Yeah, it was-
Redwood
it was
Nut
your-
didn't have a cauldron. You brought it out and were like, "Hey, spin
I
people
did.
around in this."
I had a cauldron, gave it to you, and we put children in the cauldron.
And they vomited.
Yeah.
They then puked.
Yeah. Yeah. You get double your money you paid to participate. Yeah.
I'm gonna look to see if there's any like boots or anything I could maybe get, but other than that,
I
Right.
sent Kyle what I bought.
Yeah, we can. What is your question? Okay. Armor that isn't armor. That would be more of like, yeah, like amulets or something, wondrous items.
Yeah, there are. It's
see.
usually just wondrous.
Oh, okay, so Potions of Shield is a +4 bonus, and it's the same duration. So yeah, I guess Potions of Shield, not Shield of Faith.
Mm,
And
I
it's the
lied.
same amount because they're both first level spells. Okay.
This is also a
and then
good.
another
This is,
question.
this is also
How
a good
many
time to. This is also a good time to point out that, just a rules reminder that bonuses to things, if they come from, if they're the same kind, they do not stack. If it's the only exception to that is like armor bonus, right? But let's say you have like a +2 luck bonus to AC, and then something else gives you another luck bonus to AC. They don't stack. You only take one or the other.
That's unfortunate. I didn't know that.
So it's with all, it's like luck, enhancement, competence, all those kinds of
Morale.
bonuses. Morale bonus. You can only take one source.
Okay,
And we're
well,
selling some stuff too, right?
Guys, all I need to know is how many I'm getting. I have 150 gold that I can chip in. There's healing potions and shield potions were the only things we wrote down last session.
Well,
everyone left.
Let's sell the stuff that we can first, so we know how much gold we're working with.
And also, we're gonna do this out of game,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so we don't take up too much time.
Yeah, I was about to say we were supposed to do this last week.
I tried, man. I tried.
Hi,
There was put forth.
Mayor, you left.
There was no. I'm talking today before session.
That was something different, and nothing
was
happened from
something
it, and I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I blame Cameron.
I have ADHD and my brain wanders. I'm sorry.
So does mine, mother trucker.
Anyway,
Okay.
Intrusive thoughts.
a lot of you are at the airship.
I'm gonna go find Declan and Adolin.
Okay.
If they're, I think they're assume they're maybe in their rooms or.
Hadolin is not in his
NPC.
room. Declan is though. Hadolin is not.
I'll knock on Declan's door. I don't know if I've ever actually talked to Declan before, so this is.
Yeah. You knock on his door, and after a few moments, you can see he opens up the door. And every other time you've seen him, you can tell that he's kind of like in his armor, and he has his spear with him. Looks like he's ready for a fight. But the moment he opens it, you can tell he has not gotten in his armor yet. He doesn't have his weapon with him. He's just wearing what looks like really baggy, almost like sweats, and also a tank top. He opens the door and he says, yeah? Can I help you?
Actually, you can. And I'm gonna just kind of, if he can, try to like open the door and walk into his room. If you like, if.
All right, yeah, come in, I guess.
Thanks. I was going to anyways. I have a favor to ask.
All right.
Does he know about the thing that's happening in like soon? Our mission that's happening?
Not yet. You guys haven't told him.
So you're probably going to want to sit down for this. And then I'm going to go through and tell him the gist of what's like bullet point list of what's happening and what the rough idea plan is.
Okay. Yeah. You give him the rundown, you tell him what's up, and he's like, "Oh. Well, that's a plan." Yeah.
I need you to wear my mask.
Why?
So you can come with.
You're gonna have to explain a little bit more.
Right. Sorry. The church doesn't actually know my face. And I can pass for Cass a little bit easier. Anyone could be Tomotaru. And personally, I would feel a little bit more comfortable if I had someone I knew more than, look at my sundial, 12 hours in there with us.
So, what's your idea?
Right, sorry. Basically, and then I'm gonna detail how he should wear the mask, like guised as me to infiltrate with us. Like,
All right.
with us. He'll be Tomotaro. If he's, that would be.
Reminder: we also haven't told Kyle the updated
Yeah, Kyle
plan.
doesn't know.
Oh shit! All right. So, Kyle, gist of the plan. So sorry. I'll just do it in character. Sorry. Here's the rough layout. Nolson, Utgar, and possibly Cass will go and present us as prisoners to the keep. We do have a hefty bounty on our heads as it is. And as far as they know, Nolson is sided with their cause. So it would make sense. We would go in guised as prisoners. Be walked right in. We'll have trick manacles, but they work. They won't know that. We go in as a unit.
Well,
Okay, a little bit better description than what.
Sorry.
So far, the plan is either Nolson comes in with Utgard and Cass, or just Cass, with the rest of the party as prisoners. Cass will be disguised to get rid of the tear streaks and maybe color his hair differently. And I believe Toma was going to disguise as Cass. And then give the mask to someone else to be Tomo. So that we have a better person with a higher bluff and higher diplomacy at the front lines to lie.
okay.
Yeah, we not good at that.
Well. Okay.
Fake mustache time.
Right. I suppose I could, play along. As long as, I don't speak all too much.
To be
I
fair,
don't think it's, very, mind-blowing when I say we have some pretty different voices.
true. But as far as I know, bounty posters don't really talk.
True enough. Well, I guess I'll help you out any way I can.
I do appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
There. All right, I will not. There is a sort of get together we are doing tonight. Maybe relieve some extreme tension and maybe enjoy life for a night. You are invited.
Well, I'm honored. I guess I'll pop in. Now? And he's looking down at his clothes.
Maybe do not pop in. The last time someone did that, it led the party to go to hell. So maybe just
Oh my
walk
God.
in.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm not exactly, able to pop in like that, but, it's figure speech.
The highest wisdom in the party, everyone.
Let's fucking go.
Right.
No, high wisdom, not enough charisma to pick up on it.
It's called the tism, guys.
Charisma?
Yes. I'm just gonna look him up and down. Alright. Maybe you should also, I don't know, wear a pumpkin or something.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't typically... Does he typically wear, like, anything on his head?
No.
Like a helmet? Call it practice for wearing a mask. It gets getting used to. It gets kind of stuffy sometimes. And then the field of vision is different. Also, it'd be kind of just funny to see you with a pumpkin on your head.
Sure. I don't think I quite agree, but... Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if I have a few drinks, and I think it's a good idea. We'll see.
Hold on.
Get
Checking.
Declan drunk.
Do I have what I think I have? I don't have it. Fuck. I mean, shoot.
It's past the 30-second
That's
mark.
right.
Fuck.
Didn't we have like a drinking contest session 1 or 2 between Cass and Redwood?
Mm-hmm.
Did
We
we?
might have. We might
Yeah,
have.
we
It
did.
sounds like something
Oh,
that happened. I
also-
don't remember
It's
specifically. though.
vaguely familiar.
I'm going to also give you
Who
these.
knows?
Do not eat them. They're,
I'm a little concerned now.
well, you should probably be. Do you know I have lycanthropy?
I had a sense.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna give him just like 2 pouches of belladonna.
I like how this is before you tell Nolson or Utgard.
I've known
Almost
this guy
known for
longer.
longer. Yeah.
It's like a 2 days instead of a day.
No, because he was
We've
with
known him
us.
for like 2 weeks.
I've known him
Has
since.
it only been 2 weeks?
It's only been I
Yeah.
think you only know him for about.
No,
8
because he
weeks.
was there with us before Lowry.
No, not.
Yeah,
no.
so-
He
He
joined
Oh,
showed up
Larry.
at Larry.
So
That was
about
To be
5
fair,
days.
it's also been plus 2 months for me.
True.
Yeah, you've only known him like 5 days.
Also, I gave you stuff. I gave you 5 pouches, sir.
Yeah, but you didn't say what it was for. You just gave it to me.
Well, I don't
wanna
think we've
scare
worked with
you.
lycanthropes
No context.
before.
I don't want to scare you, and I
Okay.
don't know you, so I don't trust you.
Cass did give the
And also the one thing that happened.
context of
And that.
lycanthrope.
That's true.
And something
Yeah.
happened that we can't discuss.
So I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah. See you around, I guess.
Probably not.
I like how it's like
I
I know,
probably will.
Probably don't think so.
Well, you have to give me your mask sometime.
So maybe you will.
oh.
Just open the
Every
door
day.
and just close it. I'm gonna sniff out Hadalin, but we could switch to someone else.
All right. He's not in his room right now. The door's open and his room is empty.
Cass is cooking. He's making hot pot.
Utgard
Tomo,
is
if you would
thank
like-
you.
Yeah, we got 2 cooking dads, guys.
Woo!
2
Tomo, if you would
dads
like-
cooking in the kitchen, 2 feet apart, because they're sharing food.
One of them's
Yeah.
gay.
Because they might be gay. Tomo, if you would like, you can make a search check to try and find Hadalin.
Dirty 20.
30-20? Yeah. It's not hard to find because you start with where he would most likely be if not in his room, in the engine room. He's currently working on something, inspecting things, and just kind of working on the engine. He doesn't notice you when you enter into the engine room.
I was gonna say, I 100% just stand there and watch him, like that thing that parents do sometimes to their toddlers, where they just stand and watch them exist as little people. Except I would recognize that he is almost an adult.
After working at it for maybe 5-10 minutes, his eyes glance over to where you are and he goes, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
That's probably good. That means that I'm doing what I'm good at.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
By the engine, I'm making sure things work as smoothly as possible. Yeah. Making sure that things don't need more oil. Making sure things aren't too heating up too much friction. Yeah, you know. And he keeps working.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm fine.
In my personal experience, every time anyone says I'm fine, it's usually the complete opposite.
Okay.
What are you doing tonight?
Working.
You should take a vacation tonight.
Thank you, but no, I won't.
Why?
Because it's the one thing that I do, so I'm gonna do it.
I can understand specializing in one thing. I have been making books for over 10 years. And the familiarity is comforting. We are having a sort of... I do not want to call it a party, but Oktha, I think, is spearheading the event, so it could be a party. And I do think everyone would love to see you there. You are a very vital part of this group.
Well, sounds like fun. Have fun.
I do not know if I know how to have fun, but I can try. Have you ever tried having fun?
What do you want?
Well, I want you to... I do not know entirely what I want. Wants are changing always, but I do know what I need, and it might be presumptuous, but I believe I know what you need as well.
You'd probably be wrong.
Maybe. But I could also be right.
I doubt it. Now, if that's all you wanted to tell me, I'd prefer some quiet.
I can be very quiet.
Sometimes quiet also means not being in the room.
True. I will say the last time I Never mind. I will bring food later.
He doesn't respond to that. He just keeps working.
Okay. Can I, if he's working, can I make a hide check? I just want to hide in the room. I just want to watch him. I want. Toma doesn't really want to leave him right now, especially because Toma knows that Hadolin has also lost Redwood and Thalmir, and is kind of away from all the familiarity and like normalness that he has to him, and he's just a kid. And there's probably like little parts of Hadolin that Tomo like kind of projects his younger sisters onto a little bit.
All right.
So
Make a hide check for me, please.
Tomo doesn't really want to leave him by himself right now. Hide is what I'm good at. That is a 29.
29?
Yep.
Okay, good. It is safe to say that Hadolin does not have low light or
Oh, that's just
dark
without
vision.
the cloak, but
Yeah, but and it's not the most lit place here in the engine room.
oh,
So-
it's gonna be more than that.
It is not very hard to just kind of meld into a corner when he's not looking.
I do close the door though before, so he thinks I'm gone. So,
You,
because I want to
stomp your
see.
feet to mimic you walking up the stairs.
No, Tomo walks quietly, but Tomo wants Hadolin to relax, or like Tomo just wants to see the true, like, unmasked Hadolin.
You watch him for a while work on the engine, and you can tell he's still kind of like that tense Hadolin that you just talked with. He's adjusting some things, making sure that things are working fine. He has some oil with him, making sure that things are properly oiled so they don't cause too much friction. And there's one part of the engine where you can see he's very much struggling to try and adjust one of the connectors. And he's like putting all of his weight onto it, but the wrench kind of like slips, and he kind of almost like collides his upper arm down onto one of the parts of the engine. She goes, and then just hits the engine with the wrench and drops it and kind of sits in the corner for a little bit as he's massaging the part of the arm that he hit. And he just sits. He has his zap gun with him, and he starts taking it apart, cleaning it. The whole 9 yards that you usually see him doing with the weapon.
Is there any part of the mechanics of this zap gun that are familiar maybe to me at all, maybe?
Make a knowledge history check for me, please.
Oh no. Well, hold on. I don't have a knowledge history. Okay. Let's just plus my intelligence then. It's a 7.
7?
It's a 7.
It certainly looks similar, but the mechanics are completely foreign to you. So even if it was similar to how it was back over in Avonos, you just don't know. You knew how to use them, you didn't know how to build them.
Fair. Point and click. Okay. I think Tomo is kind of getting. Well, actually, can I sense motive him? I haven't done that. Can I sense motive him?
Sure. Specifically, what are you trying to insight into him?
I want to see if, like, what is the biggest emotion that he's working through right now? Is it sadness? Is it anger? Is it guilt? I want to know what the big emotion right now is. The big thing. 17.
Which state of grief is he in?
17.
Yeah.
It's not hard to tell. He's definitely angry. That's like the biggest thing that you can read on him. Just the way that he's working, you can tell his mind isn't really in the right spot. He swears under his breath that you haven't heard him do ever.
What swear word is it?
Probably goddamn.
Man.
So rebellious.
What a...
Let Caitlin say fuck.
I was hoping it was gosh.
Dang it all.
Dang it.
Okay.
Gosh, dang it.
Tomo's gonna... Yeah, Tomo just observe how Hadolin works through this anger, because I don't know if Tomo's ever actually knows how to work through anger. Because last time Tomo got really pissed off and upset over 2 people that he cared for dying, Tomo went on a rampage, and that ended in a lot of blood. And we're like being in proximity with Redwood, rest in peace. His experience with anger was forcefully using it for hurting intent. And I don't know if Tomo's ever experienced really a not violent way to work through anger. And so this is probably a little bit fascinating for Tomo, and a little bit of like maybe like a little teaching moment for Tomo themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's all. I'm good.
He works on the little rifle that he has. How long do you watch him for?
Probably until either he leaves the room.
Oh, he
Off
doesn't
the
leave the room.
No, at all. Not even to pee. Not even a fantasy pee.
Got a
No
fantasy
no
jar.
fantasy pee. He holds
Got
it.
the fantasy jar.
No one
But-
has bladders in D&D.
Nope. It's all gone. It's all been removed. Okay, he stays. Probably
okay.
when he's done cleaning and adjusting his gun, he just kind of sits there, his back against the wall in the engine room, just kind of looking at the engine. You can tell he's thinking about something, but
I imagine like at least an hour at the very least. Like Tomo's like hardcore like studying him now. Maybe until like someone calls for Tomo, or I don't know, or opens the door and to check on Hadolin. And then I'll
That's
slip
when
out.
That comes in.
Aktha?
Invite the king.
The engine room. Okay. Yeah. Fairdoon gets sent off. But you go up and open up the engine room. No. No. You could leave. Yeah, that'd probably help me. Well, that might be a while. Oh boy. Yeah, it just kind of sits there. It's a little bruised. It's a little red. Don't. No. Don't tell me what I need. Cass thought I didn't need to know. So please respect my wishes and leave me. He just looks away from that. Okay.
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. I'm not gonna. This, respectfully, is not gonna help. In the city, Larry, I think it was. I used my gun for the first time to kill things. That didn't feel good. You know, I made it because I wanted something to protect myself with, because nobody else in my life was gonna do that. So I guess I wasn't expecting how it'd feel to actually use it to protect myself.
Your camera's frozen.
Now
No,
it's
screen.
green. Maybe eat the pumpkin instead. No, you guys eat it. Okay, we'll eat the parts you don't carve. I don't know if I like the feeling of putting a knife in something. No, I'm much better with the machines. I will work in here. I do not want to hear it. No, I don't. That sounds a little weird. I mean, that's still. I will make something that will cut into something. I don't really like that either. I appreciate this, but I want to be alone. I would, Aktha. Aktha, I would like you to make a diplomacy check for me, please. $21. You can see he kind of rubs the part of his forearm that he hit against the engine. Just kind of says, I'll be down later. I'll think about it. Hey, that was perfectly undone. Okay.
I'm going to teleport out.
Just leaves.
I like how when Kyle's sick doing Hadalin, it just sounds like Bridget.
A little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't. My character voices are gonna be a little shoddy today.
That's perfectly fine.
He's got a stuffy nose. He's been creeping.
He's crying. He's grieving.
He's been crying. He's been
He's
crying.
crying. He's got a little stuff up in that schnoz.
Yeah, I'm a teleport right out of there, right next to Oktha, like in stride with Oktha, and just be like, yeah, no, in stride, like next to you in stride. You are very good at that. Talking to people. I tried. No, to Hadalin. I've, for all intents and purposes, no. So he's like not making eye contact with you. He's hurting a lot. I can tell that much. Kind of reminds me of my sisters a little bit. Sort of bittersweet in a way. I am learning things from him. I'm learning he's much better at dealing with anger, I think, than anyone I know. And to be fair, my known relationships with anger are an exploding bomb. I think I'd rather have a ticking one. Yes. I'm happy he'll be there. And it will be good for him. Anger and loneliness are two worst of friends. I mean, you could just ask him. I'll hand you the sending stone. You have.
You send off a little message, and
Whoa.
a few moments later, you get a response, and you hear, "Well, that's mighty kind of you to offer. If I can maybe find where your ship is, maybe I'll drop by."
Maybe we should send Declan. That's right. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're smart enough.
Meanwhile, Nelson, you're probably getting acquainted with your guest dormitory. It is very... it's nice. You know it full well because it's pretty similar to the kind of guest places that your father had set up at the palace where you grew up. Very nice multi-room chambers where there's like a central chamber, there's like the bed chamber, there's the bathroom, all that, and also maybe a room where it's kind of like meant traditionally in estates or whatever, meant to like entertain guests or whatever, but it's more just like a leisure room here in the chambers. But it's nice. And you're probably just getting settled. You've unstrung your bow and have been washing up a bit when there is a knock at your door.
All right, I'll go to the door and open it. Check what's up.
Faradune did not knock.
It's
the door
an assassin.
opens,
You die.
and you can see it is one of the estate's porters. Just a servant, well dressed. He has a silver platter with a little letter on it, and he says, "For you, Lord Nelson."
Thank you. And he'll grab it.
You can see it's very strange seeing like this very fancy like silver platter setup with a letter on it, but it is not like a decorated letter at all.
It's just a letter.
It's just a folded piece of paper, and you take it. The servant bows and walks away. You open it, and it is the letter from Octha telling you that there is a little celebration at the airship if you would like to join.
Does it also say, "Hey, King, do you want to come as well"?
No, it's just addressed to you.
Shit, I was gonna throw that one away.
Oh, you.
If we were going to invite the king, why would he be a footnote in the letter?
Royal politics.
Yeah,
scandal.
Why would the king be your +1?
I don't know.
That would be funny. It would be a little bit funny, haha.
It would fit. It would fit for us.
Nelson's +1.
Nelson's Thalmir's dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Invitations for Thalmir. Footnoted as Nelson. Nelson kind of just like rubs his chin. And he kind of sighs. And he gets his goddamn bow. And he gets his goddamn shit. And he moves out to go to the goddamn airship.
I like to imagine he's expecting like a fancy party like what he's used to, and he comes in and there's hot pot And we're carving pumpkins.
And like pumpkins being thrown around.
But when you step out of your chambers and kind of close the door behind you, have your thing. Before you move to leave the estate, you hear behind you, Nelson. And you turn around and you can see Neris is there. Says, here, I don't have my legs on, so here, come. Lend me a bit of a hand.
All right, and I'll help him.
I got the darndest little invitation.
For what?
Seems there's friends of your brother are throwing a bit of a party at the airship, and I intend to show up, but I'm a bit slow right now, so if you could help me, please.
Of course. Yeah, let me help you. And I'll start leading him that way. You know what? Kyle, how freaked out would people be if they saw a bear or a rhinoceros in the street?
Probably pretty freaked out. Probably a pretty bad idea.
Yeah, that's a good point. You make a good argument, Kyle. No, I was going to summon an animal to let him ride on it. But I'll just... Because I can't choose. It could be a horse. There's a 10% chance that it would be a horse.
I think you should run that risk. That would be funny.
Nolson is no, he's not stupid. He has no charisma, but he isn't stupid.
He knows it was probably a
Cameron.
bad idea.
But it's you running it.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
You can make the choice.
roll a
but Nolson would
D100.
Nolson
I
would
think this
never
is
make that
Cameron saying he's not gonna do it.
Nolson
Yeah,
would never
and-
make that choice. I want to. It sounds funny, but he would never
This-
do that in the city.
This is Cameron saying, "Hey, maybe you should do it because it would be really funny."
I will. What I will do, just for comedy's sake, I will roll the D100 for the meme.
See what it would have been.
What it would be? God, it's so annoying to get the. Oh wait, no, I think I actually wrote the. Nope, I didn't. Okay, I thought I wrote it in the sheet. That would have been nice. But I just wrote what the other shit it does, not the actual table, because I don't know. I don't know why. He's a little silly boy. It is. Let's see. That is 97.
I think that's the rhino.
That is the rhino. That would have been.
Oh,
a
would have been a
rhino.
rhino.
Yeah, it would have been bad. It's 61 to 80 for a warhorse.
But as you are leading Neris through the palace and eventually out into the city proper, as he kind of like takes your hand and is doing like the old man lean on it, he says, "So how you doing?"
Honestly, not great. It's.
I would be concerned if you were anything but, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I understand that, and thank you for asking.
Of course.
A lot's happened, and it all revolves around Edmund and my father, Berwin, that bastard. Was he the one who fully betrayed Valefell? Do you know?
As for the politics of it all, I'm unsure.
Shit.
My informants on the inside have been quiet for some time, so... But, if you will allow me to play devil's advocate for a minute... Your father has made some choices that I may or may not agree with, but... His priorities have always been to... For better or for worse... keep his family afloat. And when I say family, I mean family name.
Yeah.
So even if he is not in agreement with the Empire or their virtues, I am sure that he saw it as an opportunity for safety.
Yeah, he probably did. Just... always kept to himself in a sense. I wish, at least, he would have told me about Edmund, that he was alive. Even after the news died down about him, he never did. And it just confuses me even more with this. I don't know his intentions. I don't think I ever have. I agree with you that it's about preserving the family name, but I don't know if he ever picks the right option.
Well, he is human after all.
He is.
He makes a choice and he has to live with it. Just like everybody else.
Yeah. What do you think about everything? This war against these horsemen, the church?
I may be a bad person to ask about that.
I know you don't like Ogma. What if it was a different church? What if it was Ilmater or
It would be
Sylvanas?
entirely different if it was Ilmater, or Sylvanas for that matter.
Yeah.
Ogma, though. Have I ever told you? What? I mean, I told you the short of it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever told me the full story.
Well, let me preface this by saying that's not the most delightful of stories. So, you can hear it if you want. If not, I'll refrain.
I'm willing to hear it.
All right.
Yeah.
You knew I was a soldier, right?
Yeah, of course.
I fought on the Eastern Front, taking down revolutionary militia, stamping out wars, making sure the common people were safe. It's how I met my wife, actually.
Oh.
I was a soldier. I fought. I knew how to tend my armor, and I knew how to sharpen my sword, and I knew how to put it in someone's gut. That's about all I knew how to do. But, my wife, she was a medic. She always followed where the fighting was thickest. She helped people. She saved people. You know, I took lives, but she saved them. Between our campaigns, we got closer. We married, we had a few children. But sometimes the war comes again. And since I was still able-bodied back at the time, I served. And not wanting to leave the war front without a medic, she came.
Oh.
We left our kids in the care of Judd, Captain Judd. They were a close friend to both of us. But this fight was different. We were together with the Order Ogma, you see. We were fighting people on the border, trying to get into the country. Didn't much agree with the stance that the order was taking. Neither did my wife. So my wife took in injured from both sides. Our side and theirs. Healed anybody she could. The order did not like that. I tried stopping one of them, but I paid with my arm and my leg. And she paid with her life.
Oh.
I don't remember much after that. I blacked out for blood loss. I woke up. Somebody had healed me. One of my wife's friends, a medic. I was kept in a medical facility for a while. Made sure I was fit to be walking around. I was trained in how to walk without a leg. But towards the end, it started to feel like they were holding me for a reason. Like they didn't want me to go back home. For good reason, too. Eventually, I went home. And, that's when I learned the Order, Ogma, had tried me without me being present, found me guilty, and the punishment were the lives of my 3 kids. To this day, Judd hasn't told me the state they found them in. I came back to their graves. At this point, I don't think I want to know.
I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad. I'm sorry.
He just kind of pats you on the shoulder. That's the day. That was the day I promised that even if it should end me, I would do my best to take down the Order. And the Church of Ogma that's attached to it.
Well, you know I'm with you 100% on that. You have my bow. I know, I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. I knew as soon as I said it what happened.
I appreciate that. But, maybe, take a bit of a word of advice. Another reason for me telling you this story. After I returned home, I was angry. Very angry. Judd had stayed behind for God knows how long. They helped me. They shopped, they cleaned, they helped me cook, helped me do the things that I couldn't without an arm and a leg. They're a good person. But I was too angry to really do any of that myself. And it hurt me, being that angry. So believe me when I say that you are right to be angry. I know better than most. But maybe don't let the anger use you.
I know you're right. It's just hard.
It will be hard.
I mean,
Hell, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I walk without a leg nowadays.
I mean, you know, you even trained me to protect him, and I failed twice.
I know I trained you to fight, how to use a bow.
Yeah.
And though that may be what you saw as what that training was, I'm going to tell you the hard truth of it is that you are not responsible for him. You are not responsible for protecting him, and though it hurts me to say it, I was not responsible for protecting my wife. She did everything of her own free will. She knew the consequences, and it killed her, but...
From all the stories you've told me, she was a great person.
She was the best person I knew.
Yeah, you're right. It's. I think it's my father again, drilling in the ideals of family, the ideals of the free waters.
Does sound like things your father would say.
It's hard to get out of that, even when I'm not near him. You can feel the judgmental stare.
You probably won't. He is your father, after all.
Yeah. Oh, this was a downer conversation, wasn't it, Neris?
It was, but you know, we can go down a little bit, but then it's gonna go up because I can see the airship in the distance right now.
There it is, yeah. Let's
Come
go
on.
to a party.
Yes, Akva? The king did not join.
He's too
Thank
busy.
God.
When you said like you hear a voice behind you, I was definitely expecting you to say Nolson turns around as he's the king walking towards him.
Nolson would panic. The king going to the party? Da Vinci?
A few hours pass after you initially return to the airship. It is now earlier evening, maybe 6 to 7. The sun is beginning to set down towards the horizon as Nolson, accompanied by Neris, enters the ship, going down into the lower docks, or into the lower deck, where most of the congregation has arrived. Hadolin did come and join the procession. He did not clean himself, but he is kind of sitting in the corner, just kind of watching everything happen. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Neris and Nolson step inside, and you can see Nolson says, "My word! I didn't realize you..." Neris, yeah. What did I say?
Nolson.
Oh, Nolson. No. Neris. My word.
My word.
Neris steps inside and says, "My word, I think this is the first time I've ever seen the airship that you received over at the Duchy. It's very nice, very nice. Would you like to give me the grand tour?" Don't worry about it.
This feels like a Sweet Daisy job.
I will admit it's pretty nice.
To tour the ship? I mean, sure. Right this way, I guess.
You might need to help me walk a little bit. And he goes and he fishes out his hand for you to take.
I just need to put it on my head. I could hold you like this, but come on,
That's
let's
perfectly
go.
fine.
I'm gonna waddle away.
Before he leaves, Cass yells, "Neris, do you have any food allergies?"
None that I know of yet.
We'll find out. Go back down to... Keep cooking.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I suppose.
There's another moment where Cass comes over. He stops in front of you with a little notepad and he's like, "Favorite dessert that's easy to make. I can't make like a full pie.
Easy to make?
I could make like a small crumble though, so give me a few options."
I mean,
I
keep in
picked up a
mind,
few fruits as well.
He is of noble blood. He has very rich taste. Maybe you're asking too much of him.
He thinks for a second.
Have you ever had hot chocolate?
Of course, yes.
Really?
Well, no, Thalmir's favorite. Not Thalmir. Edmonds! Edmonds! I made a mistake!
Oh,
That Nolson said that too.
I'm asking. You don't have to answer for him.
Honestly, it wasn't the most fancy products that I liked. I like carrot cake.
I can do that. I can mark it down.
Like, out of fancy things, if we had to pick fancy...
I feel like first day on the ship, Cass went over each and every person's food allergies, preferences, favorite foods, favorite desserts, things they don't like. Like, he has a list.
Fuck me up.
And then also, like, preferred spice level after that first spice incident.
Okay. You give Neris a tour around. It's not the largest airship, but there is a nice gravitas to it, and you can see Neris does appreciate being walked around, being shown everything. And as he sits down, he probably sits next to Hadolin, and does like his old man rambling to Hadolin as he's like hiking up his good leg and then puts the amputated leg up on the bench next to him.
You see this?
I feel like that lifts Hadolin's mood. He's like, ooh.
He probably is like, I've never seen an amputated leg before.
He's like trying to be upset, but he's like, could you tell me about that? Yeah.
He's not wearing his prosthetic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But no, you can stay if you want. More the merrier. Me? On the pumpkin. I'm not very much of an artistic fellow, but I'll try. And he like spins it around to the best side and he starts looking at it. Oh, am I not? Oh, God. Oh, I understand. See, back in the day, when these festivals started coming around, the pumpkin patches, they were wide and they were great. My kids had the best pick of the lot, I'll tell you that. And he continues on his rambling story for a while.
Please help me.
I think
No.
Tom will like scoots you around.
There's a moment when Cass opens the door, and then he closes. He sees you, and if you ask him for help, he's like, nah.
No.
But yeah, as that happens and after Neris sits down and starts, doing his thing with the pumpkin, there is a knock at the door.
I'll get it. I can get it. Everyone, just stay seated.
King.
And I'm gonna go open the door.
Okay. You open up the door, and you can see Bridget is standing there. But she's not wearing her usual robe outfit getup. You can tell she's dressed up a little bit. She's not dressed up in like the traditional dress way. She's wearing like almost like a 3-piece suit, almost. She's wearing nice heels that make her smaller stature a little bit taller. And the color of the suit is a very nice kind of like washed out bluish navy almost. And in her hand she's holding a wine bottle. And she goes, I didn't know what to wear or to get, so I got wine in a suit.
We're just getting turned tonight, guys.
No, this is fantastic. You're dressed for strictly business and not at all hanging out? This is what this is?
If that's how you want to see it, sure.
All right. Well, there are a few more people here than I was originally expecting. When I invited you, I thought it was just going to be normal dinner. Turns out, Octha had some different plans, which is better, in my opinion. Don't you love it? He did such a good job.
Sure, yeah, I guess. It is a bit more lively than it usually is, I suppose.
Here, I can take that and put it on some ice if you like.
Oh, sure. Here.
I'm gonna take
Hands over the wine bottle.
Cass walks by
Shuffle
the
it
door.
to the kitchen.
There's like stairs leading up to the top, the door.
Yes.
Yeah, so
The
Cass
door-
walks by the
well-
stairs and he
well,
stops
no,
and he
the-
goes,
The door's at the bottom of the
"Oh, okay."
stairs.
So Cass like leans over and is like, "Fuck, another one." All right, Bridget, favorite dessert.
Coffee.
Wine? I don't know.
Ooh,
Do you like any sweet alcohols?
Good dessert wine?
just wine?
That'd be nice.
Sweet is not. Sweet is not my palate. I like very
Okay.
dry red.
All right. Do you have any food allergies? Probably not.
No.
Turns around. And then he goes, Utgard, we have another one.
Yes, chef!
I feel like he's actually gonna go down the hall and he's gonna knock on Declan's door and he's just gonna be like, Declan, I really need some help.
Oh
It's not important, just cutting vegetables and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll be out. Tomo did say to come out, but you know, I was thinking maybe later. It sounds like there's quite a few people out right now.
Oh yeah, I think Octa planned like a party, so I don't know, she was really excited.
Fun. All right. Here, let me help you. Let me get dressed. And he starts ruffling through his clothing and he puts on something nice. It's not his armor. It is still sleeveless, but it's less like a tank top for sleeping and more like a I'm gonna wear this out kind of, you know. So
I mean, Cass took off his armor as well.
Yeah.
He's not wearing he's probably wearing an outfit that he wore before meeting the party. So something more along what Tomo would wear, but like less covering. So less full encompassing, but that sort of style.
I like to think along the lines Sweet Daisy has somehow sewn him like a sexy chef out, like it's just an apron that says sexy chef.
Kiss the chef.
Yeah.
But yeah, Declan does step into the kitchen to help you out.
Do not touch this. I am working on this. You touch that.
Okay, all right. Look, man, I just wanted to help you.
You can help. I there's a lot to do.
Okay, yeah, I get it, man. It's all right.
He would work in a pastry.
He's just he's full on cake boss right now, just like super
Yeah.
like super intense, but he's just making cupcakes. It's just like this does not match the vibe at all.
He has a hairnet on his beard.
But
Hairnet on the beard.
it's just like the first portion of it. The rest of it is just spilling out.
Uh-oh, Jacob, what's wrong?
I just realized the worst thing to realize an hour and a half into a recording session.
Oh no.
My mic has not been picking me up this entire time.
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh no, Jacob.
Rest in peace.
It's okay, it's picking me up now. But it's fine.
Just gotta dub yourself in for
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
for the
dub you in
Hadolin
after.
conversation. You
Oh,
dub
for
in the
the-
Hadolin conversation.
Shit.
Yeah,
I
Bridget.
talked a lot already.
You have, yeah. But yeah, Bridget steps in. She kind of looks around.
Oh, Bridget, hi.
Mm. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're dressed really nice. As I'm just like in a pajama sweater and like pajama like pants.
Yeah, I may have misread the room.
No, it's fine. Do you want me to get you some comfy clothes? I probably have some stuff that fits.
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
If you get me comfy clothes, I will burn them.
If
I
you
would love to
burn
see
them,
that.
you'll have to teach me more about naming.
What do you mean?
You still haven't really told me all that much.
It's because naming isn't... Look, we can talk about it later.
Right, so I'm gonna grab you some comfy clothes. And
Don't.
if you burn them, then you're going to owe me a naming learning session.
I am not going to agree to that. I'm just going to burn them, and that's going to be it.
I can't wait when Octa learns that naming requires your soul to use.
My
a
soul's
ton of
already
other one.
fucked, man.
It's been taken by a hag. It's
Yeah.
been through the washer and the dryer.
Now it's rolling down the stairs.
You can see Bridget takes a seat at one of the benches, and she summons a wine glass and pours herself a bit of wine and starts drinking.
I thought you liked coffee. Like only.
No, correction. I like wine. I need coffee.
Ah,
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Makes sense.
The whole room just nods. And
Yeah.
Do I remember anything like, you know how cats go feral for catnip? Was there anything like that for dragons,
For dragons?
or that they like really enjoyed? Not like to the
Roll
extent of
around
catnip,
in it.
but like you
Uh,
know,
water
a dog
feeling
will go
good.
nuts for bacon, kind of thing.
I mean, probably raw meat. Any
Okay.
kind of raw meat.
Okay.
She's
There's like a lot of dishes that include like
Beef
thin
tartare.
sliced raw meat. So I think Cass will make like a side thing of that just for her.
Okay.
I'd like to think that Utgard will bring out like the cupcakes, see like Neris like talking to Hadolin, and Hadolin like looking trapped, and Utgard would be like, I love old man stories. I have old man stories too. And then he just like gets like him and Neris get just wrapped up trading old man stories with each other.
they have
Yeah.
an old man off.
They have sharing old man stories.
We
yeah.
start making bets about who's going to run out of stories first. No one wins.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, this one
wins.
time I was working and there was like an earthquake, and I was like, whoa, my god. And I was like trying to pull people from earthquake. It was crazy.
Man, that does sound crazy. How did you manage that?
You see, it was like I had the help of and she like held the rocks back. I got people into a house, and then the rocks came, and I like protected all the people.
Now we
And
all
how's
listen
it
to
fine?
old man stories.
Yeah.
Man, that
Rocks
does.
came.
At some
Imagine
Well,
it's like a lot more detailed.
Yeah, I was very much put on the spot and not ready.
Yeah.
So
I like to imagine, like, Utgard is talking about how rocks would fall and he would catch them midair and chuck them to the side.
Just be like, no,
and
punch
I
a
was
rock.
like caught them each time, and I threw them away, and then I was like punching rocks as they came down, and then like this one boulder was stuck, so I punched it a bunch, and then it rolled out of the way, and then it was crazy. Like,
RE6 moment.
RE5.
Or
moment.
5, yeah.
That is
Oh,
5, yeah.
At some point, Octa would probably walk away while they're talking and come back with 5 glasses of wine. One for Tomo, one for Utgard, one for Neris, one for Octa, and then one for Hadolin. And if anybody gives them shit, they're gonna be like, look, you do it for weddings and funerals. The kid deserves a glass of wine.
Utgard is too wrapped up in storytelling to notice.
there's probably like a line of not expensive but different alcohols that like a bar
Right.
that people can just go up to.
Yeah. After Bridget's first glass of wine, she probably goes up to the bar and mixes herself a drink
Mhm.
and starts drinking that too.
Have you ever spiked your apple cider before?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
No.
Do you want to?
Not really.
Have you ever had ice and wine?
God, no. Don't do that.
I've heard people get pissed when you put it in it instead of the outside.
Yes.
It's
because
almost
then
just
it
liquid.
makes it,
You do
it
it
makes
for
it,
juice.
it makes it too cold, and then the ice melts and it waters down the wine, and it makes it taste like shit.
Is it the same thing for milk? I heard people hate that too. People have gotten mad at me for that.
Did you put ice in milk?
I did. It was really good. It made the milk way colder than it gets in the refrigerator.
Why am I not surprised?
What the fuck is a refrigerator?
Icebox fair. Icebox.
in the ice box.
In the cold box.
In the cold.
Why am I not surprised by that?
You tried to get me to drink it once.
It was fine.
It was not, probably. It was probably not.
You know what? It's just different flavors of two good things. People eat ice all the time. If you drink it fast enough, it doesn't melt, doesn't dilute.
I'm gonna come
anything.
over with 2 glasses of wine. One that has just wine in it, and it's not very much in each. And then the other that's watered down wine. And I'm gonna go, Sweet Daisy.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes,
test something
yes.
right now.
Okay.
They both look very similar. Which one of these had ice in it? Neither of them had ice in it. One of them's just watered down.
I'm gonna condensation on the outside of the glass.
There's probably none. There's none.
Water.
By tasting it.
By tasting it, do you want me to
Yes.
close my eyes?
Yes. Close your eyes.
I'm putting extreme trust in you right now. I'm just having you know. I
You're
know-
putting extreme trust in me. How many
I'm-
times have I let you get away with things?
Look, it's
On
one
me?
thing. It's one thing to do it to someone else. It's another thing to make yourself vulnerable.
Well, we're out to
I'm
find
rolling
out.
over and showing you my tummy. This is extreme trust.
She covers her eyes, and I immediately grab the whipped cream pie that we spit in my face.
What are you
A whipped cream
Holy
pie
shit,
that we
did
prepared
Cass
and
just
slap
get
it
Sweet
into
Daisy?
You've been pied.
I can imagine this was a good, difficult thing to do.
Bridget slides very much away when the pie comes out.
Yeah, he waits like a second for Bridget to get away before he slap.
Wow.
Eyes were covered though, so you're good.
covered? I think I feel the force of it, and it just like goes. It's like the perfect back splatter.
Oh,
I'm
and
like-
since Sweet Daisy's and Izumi, this is way harder to clean up.
This is so much better. I imagine like it's
Just
one
as
of
bad
those
as
slow
the cheese
motion.
pillow.
It's one of those slow motion water balloon time lapses where it just goes on both sides of the head and completely engulfs her. And she takes away her handprint, so there's like 2 perfect indentations.
And then he
You can
leaves
see-
the wine down and is like, you can drink those as you want.
You can see after she slid away and after you wiped your eyes away, you can see Bridget is looking at you and she's just kind of Sorry, I had something in my throat.
That's what got you the laugh.
A stunned silence falls over the entire room.
What? Look, you're fine. And she casts prestidigitation. She casts prestidigitation on you, so the pie goes away and cleans you.
I was going to eat that, I'll have you know.
Well, too bad you can't anymore.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to soil Daisy with whipped cream.
You can see Bridget just looks at you. Octa,
What? It's a potty.
don't test me. And she does it again and cleans Sweet Daisy.
I'm gonna
Pie.
Can I prestidigitate ice into her wine? I don't know if I actually can. I think you can create non-magical items. But...
Sure. Well, so you prestidigitation ice into her wine, and she goes,
Nerd is dead.
"Oh, that's just low, man."
I don't know what I'm gonna tell you.
We have more.
How are you gonna expect me to drink this now?
You could just
With your
prestidigitation
mouth.
it out.
It's not the same.
Name it out.
It's not the same. You could name it out.
I'm gonna find a sink. And she picks up the wine and walks away.
I'm sorry, Bridget. I thought we were just having fun. When
Don't
she's gone.
with my wine.
All right, my bad. When she walks
Bridget?
away, I'm gonna soil Daisy again.
Don't worry.
He's like, I imagine her body's like getting like tossed to the side, like clean.
And Cass is standing there. Is like, that was payback for the cheese pillow. And he's turn around and walk away.
Nelson's just watching in utter confusion as he takes a drink of water.
Toma just drive by, like not drive by, he's not driving, like walking by, like go get like a second glass of wine. You don't know when he drank the first one. Second glass of wine, Toma's just like whisper, and it's like, I was gonna make you think you were a frog.
Sorry. What day is it? Did I miss my own birthday? What is happening?
So, I mean, okay, so it's kind of funny that you brought up birthdays because that was kind of part of the reason I wanted to have this party. We've had a lot of birthdays and we haven't really celebrated any of them. Looking to like Tomo and Cass, and even
What?
Declan. We haven't really celebrated your guys' birthdays, and I wanted to. That was kind of the main way I wanted to use this party for. If
What
that's
do you mean?
okay. Well, on your birthday, you typically have a party.
Well, yes, I know, but our birthdays are a little different, and I didn't realize you had parties.
Yeah, so
I
I
mean-
kind of thought it would just be a, better day, and, we're just in town. We could have a little festivity for it.
I look at Tomo. Did you know about this? I looked at Declan. Actually, did you know about this?
I did actually. Well, Declan had birthdays.
Yeah, I haven't been to one actually. I hear well, it depends on the person, but I hear they're fun. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't really know what you guys want to do. Like, I got pumpkins for carving, but we don't really have any games. I didn't know if you guys had some ideas. And we don't really
I
have
don't-
presents, which typically also happens at birthdays, but
Presents? What?
yeah, typically people get you like little gifts for your birthday.
Yeah, they sometimes name an island after you.
Nope, that does not happen. Typically it's like, here's like a doll I made, or like, here, you can have my cow.
Good point.
I
That was
see,
just
this
me.
is-
Sorry.
I made
This
a
is all
series of
very-
small short stories.
That's
There was
bad.
a one a year.
I did not realize that you had not celebrated your birthdays. I would have done something. Give me a moment. I will be back. And he's
Also,
just
I
gonna,
did
like,
want to
walk off his
apologize to
room.
you, Utgard, as well. We'll have one just for you when...
I have not had my birthday yet. This is fine.
Right. But when you do, we'll have a party just for you.
Sure.
Halberds get
So-
one birthday. One birthday party.
Single birthday.
Yeah.
So-
You
so I
guys
have a
had your
question.
birthday on Christmas, and now
Wha-
it's
what-
just all one big celebration. Sorry.
What's
about
what's an appropriate gift? Because I can't give too many good things right now. Like I couldn't give like
I personally don't really want a gift.
like I imagine baskets of like gold ingots is a little much.
How rich
I-
are you, Nolson?
Nelson, do
not.
you even have that with you right now?
No. I'm more being silly about it.
Oh. okay,
Kind
cool.
of.
Bro's flexing right now.
No, he just looks away like,
It's also probably gotten to the point where cooking is pretty much done, so you like pats Declan to be like, okay, you can go just drink and shit.
He just kind of salutes you, goes off, and immediately makes himself a drink.
Yep.
Nice.
Utgard walks back and is like, I forgot that I wasn't at the barn. I left some stuff at the barn. It's no matter. You will have a gift in a few days.
Do you all drink?
I mean, yeah.
All of you?
Not really.
Helps.
My only dietary thing is
That I
vegetarian.
understand. That I understand.
I can do a few tricks.
I don't want to get lost in the sauce.
You can have like it's moderation, you know, like just don't get fucked up.
I'm okay.
I mean, honestly,
though.
you can get fucked up if you want. We're having a party, but
That is not my preference. I want at least one of us to be of sound mind.
we are very
Sweet Daisy?
magical, aren't we?
Do you have control flame?
Create water.
Never mind.
That's control flame. What are you talking about?
That's like control flame. It's like control flame.
Nolson, worry not. I have not had a drink. Wait, no, I have.
You literally
I'm
just
Philip
had. I was
Dunline.
watching. Art, I don't know. You just said that. I don't know if you are, man.
I forgot. It's no big deal. I'm fine. How are you?
Wait, I have an idea. I'm going to cast Delay Poison on Utgard.
What?
What?
Delay Poison.
What?
On-
Delay
on what?
delay poison? What?
Yeah, Delay
What?
Poison, because alcohol is technically a poison.
Oh,
On who?
On Cass?
On anybody who isn't drunk yet.
So he
Cass?
can't get drunk?
Cass can't get drunk. He has a +4 con. This
No, it
man
doesn't matter
drank
who.
redwood under the table.
I said, to be honest with you, I said Utgard originally, but
You
wanna
definitely
roll
said
for it?
Cass.
no, I didn't
definitely
mean to.
said
I
Cass.
meant to say Utgard. That's my bad.
Yeah, actually, I think Cass will get a drink as well. And it's like one
I
of
just
those
think-
things where he watches everyone get
I
drunk
just-
and he's on
I
his like
was-
4th drink and he's like, man.
I was reading my spell list and I saw Delay Poison. I thought that was very funny to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we're all just having a good time. Let me just poison one of
Sober
these
you.
drinks.
Alcohol's technically a poison.
No, so
No.
delay poison would make you get drunk later.
Yeah.
It would
You
delay
know-
the poison.
Basically,
get
it will
wasted
all,
later.
It will all hit you at once.
It's-
Nelson, do you want to be poisoned to use it? I have vials of
very-
poison on
No.
me.
It's very important. It's delay poison.
delay. It's delay, it's
Delayed
not remove.
poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delay. Actually, I don't know how long it delays it for. I have no idea.
But yeah, Bridget
I
probably came back out and is drinking her new glass of wine.
I
Just
know
kind
what I
of
want
watching
for my
everything
birthday.
happen.
What is
I
that?
know what I want for my part of the birthday.
What is it, Tomo?
Well, it kind of requires a little bit from everybody, if that is okay.
Yeah.
I will
cool
help
for me.
however I can.
I apologize for interrupting slightly. Delay Poison would last 9 hours. That's really fucked up.
Just in
Middle
the
of the
middle of the
night
night. While
Like,
you're
just become
passed.
plastered. No, just imagine you
Passed
wake up from
out,
a
you
full
wake up
night's
fucking
rest. It's
hammered.
morning. You then become plastered.
And then you become drunk. Oh god.
I'm really sorry for interrupting. I just read it. I'm
Okay. Okay. Well, I would suppose wish. Is that the right word for
Honestly, you could even just be like, "Hey, give me this."
that? Feels all right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's typically, like
Um,
spoiled
want
kids
is a
like
good word.
Nelson probably, but
Cass, I want a braid
Ouch.
like yours.
I can do that.
Sweet Daisy, I want a new tarot reading.
Oh, of course, we can do that.
Utgard, I want the most embarrassing story about Oktha.
Oh, that is a good one. Let me tell you.
oh,
I will
no.
tell you it later.
Nilsson, I want to race you and Oh wait, who else is it? Oh god, there's so many people in this room.
There's
Declan, Hadolin,
Neris.
Declan, Hadolin, Neris, and Bridget.
Yeah.
Hadolin, I want to pat your head.
He's very
Neris,
nice.
I want to attempt to beat you in rock, paper, scissors.
I didn't know I was the champion of rock, paper, scissors.
I feel like you just can
You are
read me
pretty-
so easily.
You are pretty good at it, to be
Well,
fair.
you might be disappointed, but I'll give it to you.
And Bridget, I want you to hold Sweet Daisy's hand for exactly a half a second.
That's not something
What?
I can give
That-
you.
Yeah, that's a
Asking
personal
too much.
choice.
That's asking too much.
Tomo, that would
Listen.
take away all the joy of earning it.
If that is the
That's-
case, would
That's
you
even
be able?
worse.
If that is the case, would you somehow be able to get me my mask from Immingham? It's been done. The math is a bit sketchy for me right now, but it should be done.
Like four,
And as
like
you can
4
see,
months.
this one is.
You just left a mask?
They said it would take time to make.
Okay.
Is
I
Tomo
mean-
drunk?
Can you give me more specific? You can give me more specifics later.
Have you asked anything of Octa yet?
No.
I think I'm getting saved last.
Oh, no.
Scared. You also, I don't think, asked anything of Declan.
Declan? Declan? Shit. I don't know.
Hide
Test for
and
Declan.
seek.
Give me
Hide
a
and
crisp.
seek.
Give me a crisp high five.
No, wait, Declan's the one with the tattoos, right? He's got tattoos that he did himself.
Yes.
Declan, don't know if you draw as well in your free time, but I would like a drawing of all of us. Yep,
Can do.
excellent. Thank you.
No,
Happy-
nothing from
Yep.
me?
Nope. I am content.
Insane.
Yeah,
Sense
sense motive.
Yeah.
15 plus a ridiculous number.
I guess
18.
we're racing.
12.
Am I rolling?
What's 15 plus 13?
Bluff or
28.
diplomacy, depending on if
28.
you're telling the truth or not.
Um,
28 from Sweet Daisy.
12 from me.
18 for me.
okay, well, Oxa, that was just a lot of stuff. And Tomo's kind of just been like hovering in your vicinity anyways. You know. The other two, I don't know.
You're gonna
Tomo's-
ask them in private, kind of thing. Or ask them later?
No, it's like Tomo has this air of like contentment and almost you could say probably happiness. There's just like a good happy contentment there.
Almost
Kind of
a
like
happy drunk.
kind of like someone who's got everything they want right now.
Tom, Octa is the gift.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could see the evening continues on. Bridget drinks more. Neris probably gives more old man stories. Hadolin doesn't talk much. He doesn't engage much. He just is there. He's just present. Declan, still same deal as Hadolin, except instead of it being like an awkward kind of like I'm upset, but also this is fun. Declan is just an introvert, so he's standing in the corner, having his drink, watching things happen, but doesn't seem like he wants to walk over and talk.
I think Cass might be with Declan. We're in the corner.
Utgard is spending his time with Neris, listening to his old man stories.
So you said that Hadolin's in like the corner, right? Like that's where he was at, and then I feel like he was like, here's like wall, here's him, Neris slid in here, Utgard slid in here, there's table in front of him, so he's just like trapped here, having to listen to the old man stories.
Pass does at some point pass him his like preferred item. Also, what does how does Bridget react when she gets?
She's appreciative. She eats it, but she tries to be civil about it. But you can tell she likes it.
Yes. That's 2 wins today.
I think Octa's like drink of choice has been getting slightly stronger and stronger since the glass of wine. Like next it was probably like a fruity mixed drink, then it was like kind of like a bitter mixed drink, and then like by the end of it it's just like a double, like a whiskey double shot.
I feel like at some
Just,
point,
like,
Kat,
sipping on.
once you've gotten to the point that you can stop distinguishing what you're drinking, Kat starts swapping your drink out with water.
That's fair, yeah.
This was good.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
Good drink.
Good drink.
Is there anything
He had-
specific? Is there anything specific you would all like to do with the night as it continues onward?
I want to drunk race Nolson.
Okay,
well,
around the ship.
I guess we'll be doing that.
But I think because, you know, Tomo's feeling real good right now, Tomo will turn into just a full tiger, not even thinking about it.
Okay.
Tomo,
You're expecting a fair race, and you're looking at Tomo, and you're like, oh yeah, this person can probably be pretty fast. I'm gonna have to probably bring my A game. And then once the race starts, they transform into a full tiger, and the shock of it probably stops you in your tracks. So you're not even racing Tomo at this point. You're just watching the tiger do laps.
I get like zoomies.
Tomo, so let me ride you while you run.
Just go.
When did Tomo know wild shape?
Cass, in this evening of tomfoolery and like a little bit of giddiness that he's gotten, he's gonna go into the cabinet, grab some oregano,
Wait,
he's gonna place it down at the front of the lap so Tomo will eventually run into it.
Okay, I have an idea.
Is that all catnip is?
Pretty much.
Yep. Catnip is
Nolson,
oregano.
Nolson is so completely shocked by this, but he kind of thinks to himself, Tomo knows wild shape. This is somewhat normal, probably. And will then throw a Pokeball, throw a puffball to race
Catch me?
to race you.
No. To summon a mount.
To summon a creature.
I can't capture you. It's not a capturing tool.
roll
be
the
Well, when you call it a
D100.
Pokeball,
Yeah.
What else do you call it?
A puffball.
Oh yeah, but it's a Pokeball.
A creature
Roll the
creator.
D100.
Okay,
Creature creator.
that is 36, and that is where the hell is the fucking magic item?
Another tiger.
Is it actually?
Dude, it is.
No,
No, it is. No, it isn't. Nope, sorry. That was 81 would have been. It's a lion.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a lion.
Big cats.
are you just riding on a lion?
Tomo, as you're like racing, you're like, yeah, I'm totally beating Nolson right
Great.
now. You look to your side and you see a lion beside you.
And then
Can
you
I-
both run
hold
into
on.
catnip.
Hold on. Can I talk to the cat? Hold on.
No, you can only talk to tigers.
Aw.
Fuck.
You can only talk to other tigers.
Different dialect. you know.
So you wouldn't know this, but you are racing my good buddy Mr. Lion named. Where's the names? I have names.
Frederick.
I think it's Maximilian.
It's a million.
Maximilian.
I believe the lion is Maximilian.
No, it's Maximilian.
Fuck. It is Maximilian. It's Maximilian is the lion.
Okay.
Oh, that's the.
His name is Max. Sure.
That's-
Yeah.
God, now I can
Running,
only summon
running,
9
running.
this week.
I probably run until like Octa like stumbles out and be like, "Yo, let me ride you," and then it's like skid stop to try to like not hit Octa, but it's just like you can't. Skidding's not great with claws and full speed running, so it's just like a tumbled mess.
Oh no!
I would like to think Nelson's just leaning against the ship watching
Okay.
the entire event.
Aren't you supposed to be racing?
Didn't know Tomo had wild shape. This little sheep.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't have. He's a tiger.
Everyone's drunk, don't worry about it. Come on, Okta!
Okay, let me do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick sense motive.
And I'm gonna bluff against that.
Can I affect the roll in any way? Can I
I'm
give
gonna
it-
say no. You're too drunk.
Well, I
probably
mean,
give
can
it a
I give-
negative.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can I give it like a -2?
Well, it's a 9.
I'm gonna say it's a
It's
flat.
a 21.
Oh yeah, I believe you. I'm like, yeah, all right.
You're the only sober one in this area right now.
I should actually probably roll at least one con check.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still sober. Right? That's a
You're
19.
fine.
Yeah, I rolled one just for fun, and I got a 5.
And that's
Yeah,
a
you're
con check. I didn't do
shit-faced.
fort, so if it was fort, that's
Even more.
yeah, that goes to a 25.
Oh,
with
mine
fort.
actually goes up to a 10.
You're good. You're good. You're still
drunk.
plastered though. You're drunk.
I'm
You're
counting
getting
this
there.
as a win, by the way, for the race.
No, you didn't run.
Yeah, I didn't cheat.
Good night.
Oh boy.
Good night, Mister.
Good night.
How does Tomo react to the catnip on the floor?
Tomo like tumbled into it and then like was probably just like belly up. And then just like the nose just like followed it over. And then like the pupils just like
Got the zoomy
Max-
eyes.
I imagine Maximilian
Wow.
does the same, but midway through it, he vanishes because it's probably been more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that
Towards
just like
the
the
end of the
face
night.
rubs into it.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the night, you can see Neris stands up and he goes, "Well, it was mighty fine having a nice evening with you all, but I think it's best time I could turn in for the night. Nelson, are you staying, or...?"
Well, I have a room there, so I'll walk you back.
All right.
If you all die, please wait to die, I guess. I don't want for you to die.
Be careful,
will
Nelson.
That's very
Pep
kind
talk.
of you.
Be careful, Nelson. You're starting to sound like you care about us.
We will try
Blanca?
our hardest. We'll try our hardest,
No, I'm kidding, I'm
Nelson, but it'll be hard because the life of the party is leaving us.
That's a very nice lie. Okay, let's go, Neris.
He leans up on you and starts making his hobbling way with his cane over off the ship. Is there anything else you'd all like to do before you turn in for the night?
I guess
I
go
slide
to,
Bridget the recipe.
I guess go to wherever Cass is leading me.
Yeah, I just straight up walked you over to Tomo and then tossed you on it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. I thought you were like leading me down.
No. You said you were gonna go hang out with Tomo, so I just walked over and then I just kind of patted your back a little, and I imagine you just.
You did the fucking penguin thing where like, there was like the one penguin standing there just
Oh, yeah.
bat at the back of the head and face forward.
That's an amazing gif. I love that gif so much.
Utgard is probably just like starting to clean up the party, just like, this is mess everywhere. Like, this is going to annoy me. I'm gonna just get started.
Declan probably helps you.
Cass is gonna keep an eye on the literal tiger on top deck.
You
Oh
probably
my God.
knocked me out, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. I have a -2 strength.
And I'm drunk. And I felt comfy fur.
I think when the night is starting to wind down, I'm gonna go over to Bridget. How drunk does she look?
Not.
Not? Okay.
She's been
cool.
drinking the entire night, but she is a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go up next to her, and I'm gonna go, alright, looks like the night's winding down for a bit. Whenever you have time to talk, just meet me in my room. Are you there?
Oh,
Yes, I am. I'm waiting for you to walk away so I can follow you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna take my dishes to the kitchen first, but you're welcome to come along. And she's gonna walk into the kitchen, put her dishes on the table, and then start walking to her room.
Okay, Bridget.
I would like to think that Sweet Daisy does a thing where it's like your sibling is washing dishes and you put your dishes in it, and you're just like they're both staring at each other, and like
Yeah.
Ukar's just staring down at you as you stare up at him and slowly put the dishes in the sink.
It's like the like sorry stare. Like sorry.
Okay,
I have
I'm so
more.
sorry, I have more work for you.
Yeah.
He just doesn't say anything.
I imagine Cass is gonna try and get the tiger to get both themselves and Octa at least inside the ship,
Yeah, easy enough. You.
and then I'm gonna go help clean. I just don't want them on top deck.
He like slides down the stairs like
Yeah.
like liquid
You-
cat.
I just,
You
like,
probably
on your
don't make it.
back.
You probably don't make it to your rooms, but you are below deck inside when you sleep.
Good enough.
Just step over us to get.
Yep.
it.
I'm tall enough. Ooh.
Like the cartoon legs.
But Bridget does follow you.
Okay, cool. Would, as a Meredith question, would now be a good time for a short break? Because I have to use the restroom.
Sure. I would say as the night's festivities come to a close and everybody exits off, everyone finishes, Declan, Utgard, and Cass finish cleaning, go off to their bedrooms to rest for the night. That's why we're going to take a short break as Bridget follows you.
Alright.
Excellent.
Alright, we're good.
So, after each of you returns to sleep and begins to rest off the night, Sweet Daisy, you lead Bridget over to your room. She follows
do.
you. Doesn't say anything, but she follows you.
I open the door for her, motion in.
Oh, they banging.
This does look like your room. Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Thank you. I take pride in my decorum. So I had a few things. So, may have noticed I have been experimenting with my looks a little bit. I have sort of a new thing going on right here.
Sure.
The party thinks, except Octa. Octa knows it wasn't him. The party thinks Octa may have dyed my hair in the middle of the night. This isn't the case. I, in my free time, tend to do a little bit of dream hopping. Are you at all familiar with that?
Why does that not surprise me?
Have you heard of it before? I haven't met anyone else that is able
I've
to.
heard of it. I cannot do it, but I have heard of it.
you wouldn't have happened to heard anything particularly dangerous about it, have you?
Not particularly. Why?
I just... You know how I am. You've been around me for... What has it been? A month? A couple weeks?
A month.
Yeah,
A
that's
bit
about...
more,
about
maybe. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track.
Time's weird. Doesn't matter. It's enough time to get to know me anyways. I like to wiggle myself into places I'm not really supposed to be. So, over the course of kind of putting out a few feelers, you know, it's supposed to be a fun thing. I just do it for fun. I help people out with nightmares every once in a while. I've been doing it for years. Recently, though, I went into someone's dream, and they were able to affect things going on outside of it. Such as this. I had a very long conversation with this person who I will not be disclosing the name of for their own privacy. But I don't know if I can trust that this is what they said it is. So I would just like a little bit reassurance that this is like maybe a protective thing, some sort of ward. It's not secretly something I should be extremely concerned about.
Well, if it's any consultation, I didn't think much of it when I first saw it.
I'm a private person, you know. It's, a couple secrets are good to be kept, and the fact that it's incognito is rather nice. Best case, well, not best case scenario, but one of the scenarios is it's literally hair dye, and he just managed to swipe me for some reason, much to everyone on the ship's surprise.
Well, it does look vaguely magical. Abjuration of some sort.
Okay.
The details of which are a bit lost on me.
Are you able to take a closer look? Maybe identify it?
This is as close a look as I am able.
Okay. It's abjuration magic. That doesn't give me a whole lot to work off of. Have you read anything about things like this happening?
Not that I can remember.
No? Alright, well, question number 2. When you looked at my soul last time, you just did like a once-over, right? Nothing surface level going on. Could you maybe do that again? 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's related to this. I may have a second passenger in here somewhere.
If you did, I would be able to tell.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Aren't lining up. Bridget, you're one of the smartest people I know in history. That's not a compliment. It's literally just the fact. I came to you with this problem because I knew that if I told anyone and something dangerous were to come of it, well, I didn't want to deal with the consequence of having people find out and then something bad happening to me and then having them feel horrible about it. But it's getting to the point where it's starting to be out of my hands. And I think I need help figuring out what the case is, what's going on. Because it would be real nice if I had nothing to worry about, but if I do, then then it could affect people other than just me.
You need to be a bit more clear about what you're talking about.
Right. Last time I was on Dragon Island, Tommet mentioned in one of the wars that you all had pretty close quarters with some of the gods, right? Hand to hand and that sort of thing.
In a sense, sure.
Well, I'm from the Church of Shar, originally. You know how orphans can get scooped up into that sort of thing. People get desperate, you need a home to go to, and then all of a sudden there's this giant community here for you. I didn't get indoctrinated into the church, per se. I was chosen for a different reason. Are you at all familiar with the term the Bright Queen?
In passing?
Do you know any details?
Look, I'm drawing conclusions at what you're trying to insinuate, so please finish it yourself.
Okay. A lot of people at the church, including my mentor, seemed to think that I'm the Bright Queen. For my whole life, that was the case. Growing up, I also thought that was the case, being just a little youngin', little mouse running around, and then it's like a storybook. You get scooped up into the life of luxury. But as I've gotten older, I've been drawing more educated conclusions. I sought your help. You didn't see anything. We had found out about the Dragon Islands and how horribly the gods had treated you. And I'm not capable of that sort of pain. My whole life has been about watching and waiting and making small joys for people and wanting to live my life as myself. So I was so relieved when you said you saw nothing, when I had no passenger, when I had a clean slate, just a normal soul. But then, someone else I trust very much, I'm still working on that, seemed to think that some of the things I was doing shouldn't be possible if I wasn't her. And that scares me.
Like what? What did you do?
Do you have a way to see if we're being scried on? I don't wanna...
You can see Bridget looks around, casts a spell, her eyes flash. Nope, nothing.
Well, have you ever, just quick and to the point. I like to dream hop. We've stepped that. I got the wise idea, hey, wouldn't it be kind of a fun group meeting if I were to pull some of those strings and tie them together, right? We all have a group, massive, lucid dream. Should be fun, right? Right. Should be fun. No. Took me to somewhere I shouldn't be. That was strike number 1. Place I should never have been able to go to. Threads I should never been able to manipulate if I was just me. Strike number 2 was me hopping into the dream of maybe a deity.
And which of these are you saying that you shouldn't have been able to do?
Both. I shouldn't have been able to do both, but mostly the deity Dreamhawk.
And who told you that you shouldn't be able to do this?
The person's dream I went into.
Right, I'm starting to... things are starting to make a bit more sense. So... let me get this straight. You hopped into a deity. I'm assuming you're talking about a god. You hopped into their dream, and that god told you that you shouldn't be able to do that, and you just believed them?
They some compelling evidence other than that,
Let me tell you something. If you want to sit down for this, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna sit my little hind down.
Gods like to say that gods like to bring up things that they think mortals can't do. They like to tell us that we can't be doing powerful things, mind you. In my experience, and shall we say, experience all the years I've lived, all the people I've met, all the things I've learned, all the things I've seen people do. The gods don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And that is not me putting any more emphasis on it than I should. The gods really don't know what they're talking about. We don't live in a world where people can't. We live in a world where people can. All it takes is a certain someone to come around. Hell, naming shouldn't even be possible by mortals, but we found a way to do it.
Bridget, I think that's been my favorite answer someone's given me so far.
The gods like to think they're the most powerful beings in the universe. And so, they tell themselves lies to believe that. But what you and me have that the gods don't is potential. That's partially why I still take on apprentices.
You, said Octa's your most interesting?
Well, that they've lasted so long, sure.
Your favorite must have been a pretty amazing person. You, for the most part, don't like giving people the time of day. Who were they to get that label?
Well, we like to say that Octa has been my longest running apprentice, but that's also not true. Second longest, yes, sure. But both my favorite and longest title, they both belong to the same person. He was my first apprentice, actually. Well, apprentice. His name was Khalil.
Khalil?
Khalil, yes. Khalil. Khalil.
Khalil. Khalil.
You see, many years ago, denizens of the Isle of Dragons were allowed to leave and explore and see the world for how it's changed, and I was one of the first people to go out, explore, and see the world. He was somebody I met out of the travels. He was camping. We shared a fire. I asked him what he was doing. He said he was a traveler. A bard, even. He was collecting stories. He'd been traveling for as long as he could walk, and he had been compiling the best stories he'd ever heard from people into his big old book. He read me some of them that night. And, I shared his fire, and I rested for that night, and in the morning he asked if I would like to join him. I still remember the words that he said to convince me. He said, "A fire and a story is useless without other people to share in them." And I agreed. And we traveled. He taught me how to sing, and I taught him how to cast. But he was human. But he was human. He got old, and I didn't. I buried him under the tree we met.
I can only imagine how that would hurt.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I was just a halfling, and I grew old with him, and we died together. But, you know, in the perspective of a human, when they think of immortal life or nigh immortal from the way dragons experience it, they think of all of all the more things that they could do. But what nobody tells them is how often you have to say goodbye to things.
How do you deal with that? Since Redwood and Thalmir have been gone, they don't feel like they're gone. I imagine their footsteps going up and down the hall. Every morning I wake up and think, any minute now, they're gonna come, sit at the table, have a drink, make a joke. And then the day keeps going, and they never come out. It was easy to keep doing that with Dolios, at least. They passed after I left, and I didn't find out about it till quite a bit afterwards. It's hard to imagine that they're not running around back at the castle like a chicken with their head cut off. But when it's here, when it's waking up every day, how do you do that so many times?
I could tell you my answer, but it won't mean anything to you. It's my answer, and it's mine only. In my experience, telling you the answer to something is much less valuable than you coming to the answer yourself. Which is something I wish Akva would see, but... And it hurts. It does. I mean, God forbid. Your friend Cass, Frayne, as I knew him, you know, his sons, they said goodbye to him once already. They buried him, they moved on. And then he came back. And he's no dragon. So, God forbid anything terrible happened to them, he's gonna die before them again. And I don't know how they're gonna feel about that. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. You know? After realizing who it was, you know, I didn't know Frayne all too well, but it was like seeing the same person walking down the street. It's different, but I don't want to presume anything that he wants, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's hard. But, you know? Pain. I am not my pain.
What if the pain you're grieving hasn't even come yet? You said it yourself, you're having thoughts of Cass having to grow old again. What if you knew that was coming sooner?
That I can't answer. Else, I don't even know when I'm gonna die.
Ironically, you're probably standing in front of the one person in the entire world who can answer that question for you. I don't recommend it.
Just the voice of Akba in Bridget's ear. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Girls might be wildin'.
Never do the girls' night again.
Does it?
Oh, she disclosed it?
Does wine really make it easier? Does that do anything?
I don't know, because I've never been drunk before.
You haven't?
I haven't been able to drink enough to get drunk, so no.
And also, that was Neris who said that. That wine makes it easier.
Declan. Declan said that.
Wait, it
makes
was
it easy.
Declan? I thought it was Neris.
No,
Damn,
it was Declan.
we're all confused. Dang.
Bridget, when's your birthday?
Why?
I'm coming to conclusions.
I'm not going to tell you. And it's definitely because I don't want to tell you and not because I forgot it. Definitely.
Gotcha. Hey, on a more lighthearted note, I doubt you haven't noticed, but my entire group kind of razzes me about seducing you in a way, if you can even call it that. I wanted to let you know it's not coming from a place of genuine romantic interest.
Good.
Thank God. I don't think I've been interested in that. Other things, yes, sure, every once in a blue moon. But I just wanted to let you know, if you're uncomfortable with it, I can tell them to cut it out. But if not...
I've been through a lot worse. I don't really care.
Still, it's always nice when someone asks. Jokes are only fun when other people can enjoy them as well. They're like stories.
Yeah. I guess they are. Now, I should, probably get going. Is that all you wanted to talk about?
I think so. I think we can call that invitation officially, redeemed. Congratulations on your first girls' night, Bridget.
Oh, fuck. It's not what this is.
Are you sure?
I'm very
Are you sure? We had a drink. You
Look,
came
if-
in my room.
Look, girls' night is only girls' night when I say this. And I say it's not, so...
Last
What
is-
session of the campaign, Kyle, please.
You know what? I know when I've asked enough questions for the night. Good night, Bridget.
Good night. And, when, in the morning, maybe keep the story about Khalil to yourself, right? I don't even think I've told my own brother about that. So, you know, apprentice jealousy and all that, I guess.
I'll make sure it stays hidden.
Could do better, because if it doesn't, I'll cut out your tongue.
Good. I wouldn't expect any less. In fact, Cass
Goodbye.
doesn't know about the Bright Queen stuff. See you later.
Goodbye.
Did you mean it personally when you said you didn't like sweet things? That seemed targeted.
She doesn't even answer that. She leaves. She doesn't even get to the top deck before she taps her staff. She summons her staff, taps it, and
Nice.
She
teleports
just saw
away.
Tomo and Octa just asleep on the stairs and was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Excellent.
But, Sweet Daisy, eventually you are able to get some rest. And the night passes the rest of you by as morning rises on the city of Keimhurst. As each and every one of you slowly wakes up from different levels of rest depending on how much drink you've had the night prior. But eventually, each of you wakes up. and the morning is yours.
I throw a bucket of water on Oxley.
Oh my god!
So in the morning, Tomo's not a tiger in the morning. It reverts
Yeah, I
back
know.
at.
I'm gonna
So
cast
just-
all my primal spells.
I was gonna say something along the lines of like, Octa probably like wakes up and is like, fur. Wait, fur? Wait, Tomo? But no, if you just
Whoa!
whoosh water over the both of them.
What if that's happening as the water goes over them?
Ah!
So like having to like move off the mask to actually breathe.
Wait, so you're not Tiger Tomo?
I don't wake up
No.
as
No. So I'm
You-
just
yeah,
asleep
you
like, on
revert-
your chest.
You revert to your base form in the morning at dawn.
Wait, Tomo. And then yeah, the water.
It's like
Fuck. I'm up. I'm up. Okay, I'm up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna go to my room real quick. I gotta change. Be right back.
Tomo's just like is like taking a second because there's like a moment of panic, right? Like can't breathe, being waterboarded basically by their own mask. It's like panic, and then like assessing the situation on the floor. Very thirsty,
Headache.
a headache. Not body probably hurts for sleeping on the floor. Cass with probably a look on his face. It's like,
Good morning.
hi.
Where
Ready to
are
get
you
up?
guys right now? Are you like
Below
Like,
deck. In that same kind of like gathering area where the party was at.
Like right next
This-
to the rooms.
This seems like a hostile environment.
It's not, actually. I'm surprised you didn't wake up from the cooking.
There's food. Just like
Your nose still works, doesn't it?
rag. This is why I don't drink.
Motherfucker out here with a glass of wine getting fucking turned.
Me.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Me.
Like just like the rubbing
too.
down of the face and like the hair back. To get like the wet hair out.
Utgard just walks out of the kitchen with like some food. It's like, you are awake. Good. I have a question for you. Both of you, actually. What is your favorite animals?
Would you believe me if I said it was not a cat?
I don't. Sure. Why? What does that supposed to mean anything to me?
Oh wait. Nope, nothing at all. I really love little birds. The ones that sing outside your window in the morning.
Oh, see, I was going to say birds as well, but I was thinking more the large ones that talk like parrots.
Cass's
Oh, yes,
favorite
I-
animal is Fairdoon.
No, not an owl.
No,
A
I know.
parrot.
A large bird that talks. Fairdoon.
So you like the tiny birds, and then you like the big birds, right? Okay. I
Not
can do that.
necessarily like birds of prey, but I guess macaws are nice.
I think I've seen a few. I've traveled around a lot, so I'm sure that I've seen one. I can work with that.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you.
the last
And
time I
then-
saw one was over in
What?
Hadozi territory.
Do you need that?
Don't worry about it. And he just walks off to his room.
I'm just going to follow you. No, I'm not. I'm gonna sit down.
There's a plate of food that's slid in front of you.
This is going to taste like the best food I've ever had.
It's probably like greasy bacon and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hash browns.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why is there oregano on my face?
Cass has turned around and he does like this thing where he like almost freezes. He's like, I have no idea. He's gonna keep going, making other plates.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, if anyone goes after the salt on the table, it's been replaced with sugar.
Oh no! Oh no!
Candied bacon.
I'd like to think, yeah, just because it'd be funny, Tomo like goes to like salt and then like there's like a moment of like it's
Is
like when you're
something wrong?
expecting one taste and it's completely the opposite.
Hear me out though.
Did I make something wrong? Is it undercooked? Is it overcooked?
Hear me out though. The salt was replaced with sugar, and the cap was like almost all the way twisted off. So when you poured it out,
No,
Don't
she wouldn't be that mean. Just a little sweet Daisy dabbles in mild uncomfort.
I think you forgot the syrup with this bacon.
What?
I'm just gonna eat it.
Is there something wrong with it? Cass walks over.
Eating it.
You can probably tell just by looking at it that that's not salt that they just put on their food.
He grabs the bottle and he's gonna walk down the hallway. He's going for a very specific door.
Oh.
And he stops about halfway down. And then he turns around. And he walks back to the kitchen.
Yes. Yes, please.
And then he puts a regular bottle of salt down. The other one is still in his hand.
Good morning. Again. I don't know. My brain's a little weird right now.
We'll get you up and going at some point.
Don't ever. I thought drinking would be a nice way to lighten the mood. I've maybe had alcohol like 4 times. It's not a good
So
look.
maybe I should have been swapping your drinks with water instead of Alka's?
People do that.
Once people start getting to the point that they can't recognize what they're drinking, I start to.
I see. I apologize. Anything that has happened over the past 12 hours. I don't know what time it is.
Check sundial.
Check sundial.
Inside.
Inside, so it's just shadow. I don't know how to read this.
I don't know what to
Like,
do.
oh, my eyes are not working either.
I imagine Sweet Daisy comes out late for breakfast wearing a bathrobe and a glass of wine without ice in it. Good morning, everyone.
2 things happen when you sit down. 1, Cass hands you your plate. 2, he puts a few ice cubes into your glass of wine.
Cass, that was symbolic. I was trying something new.
And I wanted to ruin it. And he turns around.
Thank you for breakfast. And I'm
Of
gonna
course.
pick up the fork, take a bite.
It's sweet. Wherever that salt bottle was, it's not in the kitchen anymore. There's another salt bottle sitting there.
I'm gonna unscrew the cap, dip my pinky in, take a taste. What's on the table?
It's salt.
Sodium chloride.
I'm gonna screw it back on,
Pure
put
sodium
it back
chloride, not
on
even
the
salt.
table.
Someone's just
And-
staring at you.
I'm gonna try and eat the whole thing without making a face.
Make a fortitude saving throw.
I will say, he only touched the eggs.
Can you
We can
see
just
it?
see
Just your
papers.
nose.
Oh my
Just
god.
see paper. We just see
Okay,
paper.
I'm gonna move it
Kyle.
without rolling it. Where's my camera?
A little more.
Oh my god.
Down.
Directly
Yeah,
towards
more
you.
down.
More to
Directly
you.
towards you.
More to
Towards
you.
you. Directly
Towards
towards
you.
you.
More to you.
More.
More.
Meredith,
More.
just say what it is.
More.
Just
There
say
you
it.
go.
Just say what it is.
Yay! We
Yeah.
got there.
Cass, much to your surprise, sweet Daisy, just eats it without even making a face. But
He
you can
does
tell
hand
she
you
knows.
a glass of something.
You hand me a glass of something?
Yeah, it's like a drink. It's like a brownish orange drink.
Is it
Chunky?
Is it
No.
chunky?
Is
It's
chunky like what
warm.
I've been drinking all night?
No.
Hey yo, what?
Cinnamon clumps.
I'm gonna make eye contact with him.
He's going to make very heavy eye contact with you and pull out from his pocket a sugar bottle. And he's gonna
Just
put a little sticker on it that says sugar. And then put it on the counter by where the sugar goes.
Gotcha. Understood.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
I'm having an.
He's
elegant
also gonna hand
breakfast.
everyone else some of the like orangish brown drink.
Yeah,
Just
I think
having a very
I think
elegant
it's-
breakfast right now.
At some point, Octa comes
Got
out in like
Cucumbers
full
on the eyes.
Smells spicy,
normal outfit.
like a spice of some sort.
Cass, is
It's
this
apple
hair-
cider.
Is this hair the dog? Oh, okay.
Hair of the dog.
Is
It's
it,
apple cider.
is it alcohol apple cider?
I can make it
No.
alcohol apple cider.
Okay, good.
Absolutely
I don't
not.
want it- I don't want it to be.
Want some appy juice?
Happy juice.
I'm going
I
to the
just want
spa.
some spicy happy juice.
All right. As you all,
Nolson's day out.
yeah,
is just
start-
in the spa.
as you all wake up your
Like,
and engage with your morning, I am going to ask you all, is there anything specific you would like to do in the day? For the sake of brevity, we will move through it quickly. That you would like to do throughout the day before you...
I love when you say we're gonna move through things quickly, Kyle.
Leave it.
And then
Well,
Mare
I-
raises her hand.
I know, and then it takes the entire session. Well, for the sake of brevity, not necessarily role-playing it,
Damn it.
what you would like to do with your preceding day before it is time for the mission in the Lord Commander.
I would go to the palace spa, have a nice spa day, hang out with Neris,
Okay.
I
get
just,
dinner with the boy,
I
and then
just,
say hi to the party probably.
I just want to check in with Hadel and make sure he's doing okay and had a good time last night.
Hadolin is doing fine. You can tell he's still a little angry, but it's at a less severe level than it was before, and he's still just. You can tell that this is the way he's trying to cope with it is working, so
I'll try to help
he's
him
still in
wherever
the
I
engine
can.
room.
Cass is going to bring food to Hadolin. And he's not gonna say much, but there is going to be like an apology note with it
Okay.
for him. And then he's going to go and speak with Declan, and I'll just message you.
Okay.
Tomo's gonna go shopping.
All right.
I'll go with
So
Tomo.
we'll go shopping.
We'll go with Tomo.
Okay.
Or not. You know, I don't have to.
What?
Tomo's solo missioning
I
this.
don't have to.
You can come if you want.
No, it's okay.
Hands on the way.
You can come if you want.
Okay, I'll come.
Sweet Daisy, what would you like to do with your day?
At some point I'll try and keep it brief, but I would like to encounter Cass at some point when he's got a moment alone. Maybe he's cooking in the kitchen. Maybe he's on the way back through the hallway.
He's probably actually writing in his room.
He's writing.
Yeah.
Your little mouse Richard scratchings on your door.
Yes, sweet Daisy?
Can I? Am I invited in?
Come on in.
I'm gonna open the door and shuffle in. I'm gonna lay down on his bed, kind of like a French girl. So, how's your day been going?
It's been going all right. If you look on his desk, you'll probably see that he's just now reading that letter that you gave him. He probably finished reading it not long after you came in. Not long before you came in.
My mic's not picking me up. There it goes. So, have you been extra thirsty lately? Maybe for revenge?
I'm sorry, what?
Revenge
I will
juice?
say the pie to the face was just a little bit. But mostly it was all in good fun. I figured people would get a kick out of it, and you were the best person to throw a pie at.
I did. I'm a little bit... Not gonna say I'm not jealous that you made Bridget laugh, but my heart finds peace in that I got to be a part of that.
I'm gonna be honest, I think she only laughed because you were a part of it.
I don't know about that. I was more referencing, like, something involving sheer terror, wink.
What are you trying to hint at, Mare?
Meredith is hinting at the fact that in the letter, she offered you something at the very end of it. I don't know if Spencer remembers.
Oh god, no, I don't. 1 second.
Do you want to just read it? We're gonna flash to Tomo and Octa pining over each other for a chapter.
Wait, let me...
Also, we were supposed to keep this brief.
Sorry.
Brief, damn it.
Okay, it was in reference. Do you want me to say it out loud?
Yeah. Oh, that.
Sheer terror.
Yeah, he goes, absolutely not.
You're I can keep them? I can keep my whiskers?
I'm not going to cut off your whiskers. I already have one enough, and he flicks his braid.
Well, I've never yelled at anyone before, so I don't know what the proper payment for that is. If you wanted a finger, I would have given that to you.
Apology is fine enough.
Okay, so it's accepted. We're cool.
It is accepted, yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna resend what I just said because it left Spencer's brain.
Okay. We could also do this later.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that probably cuts off the conversation anyway, and they're probably just gonna banter.
We'll leave it at that.
You say your apology and get your apology accepted. But the day presses on forward. Yes, Octa?
I just have a question. Is Daisy
Yes.
wearing her pumpkin?
Yes, Daisy is absolutely wearing the pumpkin, and when she was carving it, you could see she was eating the pumpkin seeds raw, as well as some of the guts. She's fully enjoying your gift you've given her.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But the day continues onward as you prepare both physically and mentally for the next day when you will be, in less overt terms, shipped off to Bleakspire, the headquarters of the Order Ogma, to neutralize the Lord Commander. And as each of you steel yourselves and your nerves, that's where I'm going to end today's session.
Wow.
That was a nice session.
That was nice. I have a random.
so
I have
We
a weird
made it
question.
through a night.
We
Yeah, we did. We waited through one night.